Have you ever found yourself wanting to share your day in English, but the words just didn't come? You knew what you wanted to say, but your mouth just stayed quiet, or your sentences came out all wrong. That feeling of hesitation, of not knowing how to start, can make even the most ordinary moments feel frustrating. But don't worry, you're not alone. Today, we're going to take a gentle walk through the language you need to talk about your day, calmly, clearly, and confidently. Hi, and welcome back to Talk English Now. I'm Sarah, and today we're going to talk about how to describe your daily life in English, from the moment you wake up to the time you go to bed. Talking about your day is one of the most useful ways to practice English. Why? Because it's real, it's personal, it's something you experience every day. And when you learn how to talk about it in English, you're not just learning words, you're building the bridge between your world and your new language. Let's start at the very beginning of your day. Picture yourself waking up. The alarm rings. You open your eyes. What do you say in English? You could begin with something simple like, I woke up at 7, or I got out of bed early. These are everyday phrases. Now you repeat. I woke up at 7. One more time. I got out of bed early. Good. Now try saying it about your real morning today. What time did you get up? Sometimes we say, I hit the snooze button, or I stayed in bed for a few more minutes. These are natural, casual phrases. Say this with me. I hit the snooze button. Let's say that again. I stayed in bed a little longer. Which one sounds like your morning today? Next, we usually get ready for the day. Think about what you do. You might say, I brushed my teeth, or I took a shower, or I got dressed. These are all simple actions, but they form the rhythm of your daily life. Now say it with me. I brushed my teeth. I got dressed for work. Try adding a detail. I wore my favorite shirt today. Can you think of something you wore today? One thing learners sometimes worry about is verb tenses. When talking about your day, we usually use the past tense because the action is finished. For example, I made breakfast is better than I make breakfast if you're describing what happened this morning. Don't stress about being perfect, just be clear and simple. Think of each sentence like a small step. You don't need to run, you just need to move forward, one word at a time. Let's continue with breakfast. Maybe you ate something simple, like toast or fruit, or maybe you skipped breakfast. Either way, you can say something natural. I had toast and coffee, or I didn't have time to eat. Repeat after me. I had some fruit this morning. Now try this one. I didn't eat anything, I was in a rush. Which one matches your morning? Now let's think about your commute. Did you go to school, to work? Did you stay home? We can describe this part too. I walked to work. I took the bus, or I worked from home today. Now you say it with me. I took the train this morning, or I stayed home today and worked online. Practice saying what's true for your day. Try this. Today I left home at 8. One more time. I got to work at 9. Sometimes students ask me, Sarah, what if my routine is boring? Why talk about it? But here's something important. Your day is your practice. Even the simplest sentence is a seed, and with every sentence, your English grows, like watering a little plant every morning. It doesn't matter if it's interesting to others. It matters that it's real for you. Now let's pause for a moment and reflect. Can you think of 3 things you did today? Try to say them out loud in English right now. You don't have to be perfect. Just try. Maybe. I made coffee, I read the news, and I cleaned the kitchen. Now you try. Speak softly, clearly, and slowly. Feel the words in your mouth. If you're enjoying this lesson, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more daily English practice. Every click helps us help more learners like you. Let's go a little deeper now. Think about your work or school. How do you talk about what you do? You might say, I work in an office, or I study at the library, or I have meetings in the morning. These sentences describe your middle-of-the-day moments. Say this with me. I worked on a report today. One more time. I had a meeting with my boss. Can you think of one task you did today? Maybe you went to a cafe for lunch. That's a great chance to practice small talk. You can say, I ordered a sandwich, or I had coffee with a friend. If you're at the cafe, you might say, Can I get a latte, please? Let's try it together. Can I get a latte, please? Again. I had lunch at the cafe near my office. What did you eat today? There's a gentle technique called chunking, where you break long sentences into small, natural parts. For example, instead of saying, Today I woke up late and rushed to get dressed and forgot my lunch, you can chunk it into parts. Today I woke up late. I rushed to get dressed. I forgot my lunch. This makes your speech clearer and easier to follow. Try that now with your own story. Break it into simple parts. One common mistake is trying to translate everything directly from your native language. But English has its own rhythm, its own way of describing the day. For example, we say, I got to work, not I reached my work. Or we say, I took the bus, not I ride bus. These small corrections make a big difference. Don't worry if you've made these mistakes. Everyone does. What matters is learning from them, gently, step by step. Let's continue exploring your afternoon. Maybe you felt tired. You could say, I felt sleepy after lunch, or I needed a break. Say this with me. I needed a break today. One more time. I felt a little tired in the afternoon. Can you relate to that feeling? Let's pause here for a moment and reflect together. Which phrases today feel most useful for you? Which ones do you want to try in your next English conversation? Can you imagine using them tomorrow when someone asks you, How was your day? As the afternoon turns into evening, our daily story continues. Think about what happens next in your day. Do you finish work? Go home? Cook dinner? Watch something online? All of these little choices can be told in English. And when you practice saying them out loud, your speaking becomes more natural, just like breathing. You might say, I finished work at 5, or I got home around 6. Say it with me now. I finished work at 5. Again, I got home at 6. These small details help your listener understand your day clearly. Try adding one more idea. I got home at 6 and started cooking dinner. What time did you come home today? Evening routines are also a great chance to explore relaxing vocabulary. You might say, I cooked pasta, or I watched a movie. Let's try these together. I cooked dinner for my family. Say that again. I watched a movie on my laptop. What did you do to relax tonight? If you did something creative, like drawing, reading, or writing, you can say, I spent time reading, or I worked on my journal. These are beautiful ways to connect your language with your personal interests. Let's say it together. I spent some time journaling tonight. One more time. I relaxed and read a few pages of a book. Try saying what you really did. Just one sentence. Now here's something important. Sometimes we feel like our English isn't good enough to describe our day. We might feel stuck, shy, afraid of making mistakes. But I want you to remember this. Every time you describe your day, you are building your voice in English, and your voice matters. Learning English is like building a photo album of your life, using new words. Each phrase you learn is like a snapshot, a moment captured in a new language. Don't worry if some photos are blurry. What matters is that you're trying to take them at all. Let's return to the end of the day. You might say, I cleaned the kitchen, I brushed my teeth, or I went to bed around 10. These are very natural ways to finish your daily story. Say this with me. I brushed my teeth before bed. Try again. I went to sleep at 10. Can you remember what time you went to bed last night? Here's something you can try. Tonight, before bed, look in the mirror and speak 3 sentences about your day in English. Something like, I woke up late. I worked all afternoon. I watched a video before sleeping. Try it with a smile, even if it feels strange. That small practice becomes a powerful habit. A helpful tip is to use the 4-3-2 technique. It's very simple. First, you speak for 4 minutes about your day. Then the same story in 3 minutes. Then again in 2 minutes. Each time, you speak a little faster and more confidently. You don't need perfect grammar. Just keep going. Try this while walking or in your room with a timer. You'll be amazed how much more fluent you feel. Sometimes learners ask, Sarah, what do I do if I forget a word while describing my day? That's okay. You can use simple words. For example, if you forget the word microwave, you can say, I used that machine to heat food. This is called paraphrasing, and it's a beautiful skill to build. Now, let's practice together. I'll say a daily routine, and you try repeating it after me. Ready? I got up and made some tea. One more time. I got up and made some tea. Good. Now try this one. I worked on my computer for a few hours. Say it with me. I worked on my computer for a few hours. Now think of a sentence about your own day and say it softly, right now. The more you speak, the more your brain connects ideas in English. Think of it like building a road through the forest. At first, it's a narrow path, but the more you walk on it, the clearer and faster it becomes. Your voice becomes the road. Let's think about emotions too. How did you feel today? Were you happy, tired, calm? You can say, I felt relaxed today, or I was a bit stressed at work. These feelings are part of your daily story. Let's try it. I felt calm this morning. Again, I was tired after work. Can you think of one word to describe how you felt today? When you're talking about your day with someone, you can add small transitions like after that, then, or later. This helps your story flow naturally. For example, I had lunch at noon. After that, I went back to work. Say this with me. Later, I met a friend for coffee. These little connectors make your speaking smoother. Now let's reflect a bit. Which part of your day do you enjoy describing most in English? Is it the morning, your job, what you ate, or maybe how you feel in the evening? Think about that. Which part gives you the most confidence? If you're not sure how to start, try writing a short journal entry in English. Just 3 or 4 sentences about what happened today. Use simple past tense. Keep it honest. Something like, I worked from home. I ate lunch at my desk. I felt tired in the afternoon. I watched a video and relaxed. That's all you need. Even 1 sentence a day builds your fluency over time. Try this now. Pause for a moment and say 3 things about your day using the past tense. For example, I called my friend. I took a short walk. I made dinner. Now it's your turn. Speak slowly and clearly. You're doing great. As we keep practicing, remember, fluency is not speed. Fluency is feeling free to speak, even slowly. It's like dancing at your own rhythm. You don't have to be fast. You just have to keep moving, step by step, word by word. Let's end this section with one more gentle practice. Say this with me. Today, I tried my best. Again, I'm learning and I'm growing. One more time. My English is getting better every day. Because it is. As your confidence grows, you'll find that talking about your day becomes not just easier, but more enjoyable. It becomes a quiet conversation between you and your new language, a way to check in with yourself, reflect on your progress, and gently stretch your speaking muscles. Let's take a moment to imagine a full day together, from morning to night, and as we go, I'll guide you with simple phrases that you can shadow. Speak with me if you can, or just listen quietly and repeat in your heart. Let's begin. I woke up at 7. I took a deep breath and got out of bed. I brushed my teeth and made some tea. The morning light was soft through the window. Say that with me now. Slowly. I woke up at 7. I got out of bed. I brushed my teeth. I made some tea. Beautiful. Then we continue. I checked my messages. I replied to a friend. Say that gently. I checked my messages. Again. I replied to a friend. Now continue in your own way. What did you do next? Maybe you got ready for work. I got dressed. I packed my bag. I left the house around 8. Say that with me. I got dressed. I packed my bag. I left the house around 8. Now ask yourself, what color was your shirt? What shoes did you wear? Try to describe that too. On the way to work or school, you can say, I walked through the park, or I drove through the city, or I took the train and listened to music. Repeat after me. I walked through the park this morning. One more time. I took the train and listened to music. Try adding something real from your day. Now imagine arriving at work. I said hello to my coworkers. I opened my computer and started working. Say this softly. I said hello to my coworkers. I started my first task of the day. Can you think of a task you did today? Let's gently review some small talk phrases too. If someone asks you, how's your day going? You can say, it's going well, thanks. Or, it's been a little busy today. Say that with me. It's going well, thanks. It's been a little busy. These are simple, natural replies you can use anytime. And if someone shares something about their day, try this. That sounds nice. Or, I know what you mean. Or, wow, that must have been tiring. These soft responses make your conversations feel kind and real. Try them now. That sounds nice. I know what you mean. Wow, that must have been tiring. Can you feel the tone? Gentle, caring, natural. Later in the day, you might go shopping. I went to the store. I bought some vegetables and bread. Repeat after me. I went to the store after work. I picked up some groceries. One more. I got what I needed and went home. What did you buy today? Or maybe you did something for yourself. I went to the gym. I took a short nap. Or I listened to my favorite song. Say it with me. I went to the gym after work. Now try this. I listened to music to relax. What helped you unwind today? Now let's talk about moments of quiet, those small parts of the day that feel calm. You might say, I sat by the window for a while, or I took a walk and listened to the wind. Say that with me. I sat quietly for a few minutes. Again, I took a peaceful walk this evening. These phrases invite softness into your English. Remember, describing your day doesn't have to be only about actions. It can also be about thoughts and feelings. I felt proud today. I was a little frustrated. I laughed at something funny. Say this with me. I felt proud today. One more. I was a little frustrated. These are important parts of your voice. Now, try creating your own story about today. Start small. I woke up, I ate, I worked, I rested. Then slowly add more. I had tea, I answered emails, I went outside. Keep speaking, even if it's just to yourself. You're creating something powerful. Here's a small challenge you can try tonight. Find a quiet moment. Sit down and speak for 1 minute about your day without stopping. Don't worry about mistakes. Just let your English flow like water. It doesn't have to be fast, just steady, like a gentle stream. The more you do this, the more natural it becomes. And soon, when someone asks, "What did you do today?" you'll smile and say, "Let me tell you." Let's return to our full day example and practice again, softly, together. I worked most of the afternoon. I took a short break around 3. I looked out the window and saw the clouds moving. Say that with me. I worked most of the afternoon. I took a short break. I saw the clouds. Can you feel the rhythm of your day? Then, I cooked me rice for dinner. I watched a few videos. I felt tired but peaceful. Repeat that with me. I cooked dinner. I watched some videos. I felt peaceful. What did you do after dinner tonight? And finally, I brushed my teeth. I turned off the lights. I lay in bed and thought about tomorrow. Try that softly now. I turned off the lights. I lay in bed. I thought about tomorrow. This is how we close the day in English. Calmly, gently, honestly. As we near the end of today's practice, I want to remind you of something important. Your English is not just a skill, it's a reflection of your daily life, the people you meet, the thoughts you have, the memories you carry. When you describe your day, you are learning to speak your truth in a new voice. Take a moment now and think of one sentence you want to remember from today's lesson. Say it out loud now, slowly, clearly. This sentence is yours, a step on your path. Now let's look ahead, because as you practice describing your day, you'll start to notice something magical. You begin noticing your day more clearly, too. The way the morning light touches your pillow, the quiet moment before you answer a message, the feeling of satisfaction when a small task is done. These aren't just details. They are the moments where your language lives. Each one is a small invitation to speak. And when you answer that invitation in English, even with a simple phrase, you are building a bridge between your inner world and your outer voice. You are giving shape to your thoughts and strength to your growth. So let's talk about how to grow this practice gently and consistently. Start with your mornings. Choose just 3 moments every morning to describe in English. For example, I opened the window. I made toast. I listened to the birds. Say them slowly. Let your voice be soft and steady. This isn't a performance, it's a connection. Then, as your morning continues, build on it. Add details. Add feelings. Instead of just, I made toast, you can say, I made toast and spread butter on it while thinking about my meeting today. Little by little, your sentences become fuller, not harder, just richer. At work or school, take note of one thing you did today. Then later, try saying it in English. For example, I helped a customer, or I solved a problem on my laptop, or I learned something new about my project. Say it with kindness toward yourself. I did something useful today. Even that small sentence is a gift to your learning. In the afternoon, if you rest or take a walk, practice noticing the world in English. What do you see? What do you hear? I saw two children playing in the street, or I heard birds singing near the window, or I felt the sun on my skin for the first time all day. These are beautiful observations, and English gives them shape. And in the evening, as the light fades and your day comes to a close, use English to reflect. You might say, I felt proud of myself today, or I didn't finish everything, but I tried my best, or I felt more confident speaking today than yesterday. These thoughts are soft and real. Let English hold them gently for you. Now, let's do a full day shadowing practice. I'll speak, and you repeat after me. Go at your own pace. Don't rush. Just breathe and follow along. I woke up to the sound of birds. I stretched and smiled at the sunlight. I made some tea and sat quietly for a moment. I checked my phone and read a message from my friend. I got dressed and felt ready to start the day. Now you, take a breath. Say those 5 sentences again, one by one. Think of your own details. What did you hear? What did you drink? Who did you think about? These are your real moments. Turn them into language. Let's continue. I walked to work, through the park. I said good morning to the security guard. I turned on my computer and answered my emails. I took a short break and looked out the window. I felt focused and calm. Say them again, one by one, slowly, clearly. Picture the moments. Feel the rhythm of your sentences. Now for the afternoon. I had lunch with a colleague. We talked about our weekend plans. I laughed at something funny they said. I felt more relaxed after our chat. I finished a few tasks before heading home. Your turn. Use your own words now. Speak in your natural voice. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be yours. Let's finish the full day. I stopped by the store and bought some milk. I cooked dinner and listened to music. I called my mom and told her about my day. I felt grateful for the quiet evening. I brushed my teeth and went to bed with a peaceful heart. These small sentences, when repeated and practiced, become a rhythm. They teach your mouth, your breath, and your mind how to speak your life in English. Day by day, softly and steadily. One thing that helps is setting a small challenge for yourself. Maybe it's writing a journal entry every evening for 5 minutes. Maybe it's recording a 1-minute voice message describing your day and listening to it later. Or maybe it's finding a speaking partner online and sharing your routines once a week. These small steps create big change. And when you get tired or frustrated, and we all do, just come back to something simple like, I got up, or I made coffee, or I tried today. These are enough. These are real. These are English too. Let me share a little metaphor with you. Learning to speak about your day is like tending to a little candle. At first, it flickers. It's small and shy. But when you protect it, when you keep feeding it gently with attention and care, it grows into a steady light, one that helps you see your world more clearly and helps others see you too. You don't need big words to be powerful. You just need real words, words that describe your day, your feelings, your life. Now take a moment with me, close your eyes if you want to, and say quietly to yourself, today I am learning. Again, today I am growing. One more time, today I am finding my voice. You are. Let's try a few more spoken prompts together before we close. Repeat after me. I cleaned the house today. It felt good to organize things. I didn't sleep very well last night, but I still showed up. I talked to someone new today. That made me feel a little proud. I was quiet most of the afternoon, and that's okay. I'm trying, and that's enough. Beautiful. These are the kinds of sentences that shape your identity in English, and the more you say them, the more they become a part of you. Before we finish, here's one more practice idea. Every morning, choose one verb you want to use that day. For example, learn, walk, or relax. Then, throughout the day, try using that verb in different forms. I learned something new. I'm learning to be patient. I want to learn how to speak better. It's a playful way to grow your vocabulary while staying connected to your real experience. And don't forget, mistakes are part of the journey. Every time you forget a word or say something awkward or feel stuck, you are learning. Just like a seed breaks the ground before it grows. Your voice will find its strength through small struggles. Which phrase surprised you today? Which one made you feel some? Ething? Which one do you want to try in your real life this week? This journey is yours, and it's already in motion. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I know speaking about your day in English can feel scary at first, but you've done something amazing just by being here, by showing up, by trying. You are not behind. You are not too slow. You are exactly where you need to be. Right here, right now. Keep speaking gently. Keep noticing your world in English. Keep describing your days, even the quiet ones, because they matter. You matter. Thank you so much for learning with me today. I'm so proud of your effort and your heart. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell icon so you don't miss future lessons. I'll be right here, waiting for you next time. Until then, keep growing, keep speaking, and keep shining in your own way. See you soon.